Hi everyone, I'm Gabrielle from Gabrielle Knits, and today I'm going to talk to you about a set of interchangeable needles that was offered to me by Knitter's Pride. It is called the Believe set. It's from their Mindful collection. I'm going to do a review as thoughtful and honest as I can. So first, as you can see, the set comes in this cute pouch, which has the Mindful collection logo here. This whole collection has a very thoughtful design, which is all in the teal color and with lots of inspirational words. All sets have a name like this one. This one is Believe, the other ones have names like gratitude, warmth, kindness, compassion. So those are words that inspire for soothing knitting experience. When you pick up the needles from the pouch, there is a zip case, and when you open it, there is another pouch and 7 needle tips. Those goes from US 2.5, which is 3 millimeters, to US 8, which is 5 millimeters. There is a more complete set with more needles, bigger needles, which is called the Gratitude set. It has the same tips, the same 5-inch tips, which are perfect for lace knitting, but with more sizes. I decided to pick this one because I don't need the bigger size. I'm a loose knitter and the small size are all I need. Actually, maybe just these 4 ones. So I don't want to have extra things that I won't be using, and therefore I picked this smaller set, which is perfect for my use. In the other pocket, you will find everything else. So there are cords, there is a knitting gauge, more cords, lots and lots of stitch markers, open, closed, everything you need. Darning needles, and another small pouch. Super cute. I love pouches, so this makes me happy. In this one we have everything we need for the cords and the needle tips to go together. So we have connectors, which makes it perfect for longer cords or for creating stitch holders using a cord that you will close on both ends of the connector. You can also make stitch holders using these cute buttons, which will just secure the ends of the cords. There are 2 pairs of these buttons, so you can have several projects on hold or have your sleeve on hold with only the buttons. Makes it very easy to pick up the stitches of the sleeve when you're done working the body of a sweater. There is also this needle which helps securing the tips on the cords. About the cords, there are 2 kinds of cords. Sorry, everything is falling on the floor. So we have 2 kinds of cords, which I find very interesting. There are the regular cords, which is this one. It has a screw kind of tip here that you will screw the needle tips on this little part and secure it with the pin in the very small hole. I don't know if you can see it. Here. This cord is very simple. It's just a cord with a connector. But the other cord is especially interesting because they call it the swivel cord. and the tip swivels. I tried this cord and I was amazed. It's very nice. You don't get so tangled in the cord as you might with the standard cord. So I really like it. More about the cord, there are small marks here, here, here. They mark 1 inch. So when you need to measure your gauge, you just have your stitches on the cord and you can count for 4 inches, for example, and you know your gauge. That's cool. When you want to use your needle, you will of course have to pick a cord and take your needles and attach them together. So all you have to do is place the needle on the little screw part, twist it a little more, and on both sides. You use the little pin if you want to just secure it even more. And there you go, you have your needles ready for your next project. About the result, what I really like is that here you have a very smooth joint. So your yarn won't get caught into the joint like it does with other brands. You can see maybe that on the needles there are more inspirational words. These ones are the 3mm and it's written explore on the needles. So you can try new things and explore in your knitting journey with these needles. The tips are very smooth, so the stitches will go easily on the tips, but they are not so smooth that they will fall out. They are somehow grippy. They have this texture that we see very often in needles that, I don't know, it's like sandy. I don't know how to say, but it's not completely slick, but very slick, like metal. It's steel actually. So when your needles are ready, you can pick yarn. I made a swatch using the needles. Here it is. I used pretty large yarn, which is DK and a strand of mohair. So that was big yarn for me, as I'm very often knitting with fingering weight, and it went very smoothly. Those tips are especially made for lace knitters because they are 5mm long and they can be held very well. And yes, I was happy with them. I was happy to knit the lace part with these needles, and the tips are sharp enough to pick to pick like two stitches at once, and not so slippery that the yarn overs fall. So those were great. It was a very nice experience. The needle tips didn't fall out. Everything was perfect. So I'm definitely going to use these needles a lot now. I really said only positive things about this set, but there is one very tiny thing that I didn't love about it. It's the fact that I picked the Believe set, which is the smaller set. It has only 7 needle tips, which is great for me, but it also has only 4 cords, as opposed to the Gratitude set, which has 6 cords. And the cords that I'm missing in the Believe set are the longest one, so the 40 inches. I use my 40 inches cords a lot in my lace knitting life. For sweaters, for shawls, they are very useful to me. So I feel like they should have been in the set, but it was not a deal breaker for me because I prefer having less tips. I know maybe I'm crazy, but I prefer having less tips and buying the extra cords separately because they are very very cheap. They are only like $6. You can find them for $5 or $6. So I did found some cords that I bought separately on my at my local craft store. Here they are, and they are not from the Mindful collection. But what is great is that these ones are from Knit Pro, which is the same brand as Knitter Pride, and they are compatible with the needle tips from the Mindful collection. Actually, sorry, all the Knitter's Pride and Knit Pro cords and tips are compatible together. So I was happy to find this long cord at my store, and I'll be happy to use this one now, even if it's not in the cute teal color and it doesn't have the small marks, but it will hold the stitches just fine. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Knitter's Pride for kindly offering this set to me. Have a good day!